What would you do if you had the power to decide who lives and who dies? Would you be careful? Would you hesitate? Or would you, like Light Yagami, slowly convince yourself that you deserve this power? Yagami Light started as a regular student, but with every name he wrote, he changed. In this video, we will analyze the key moments in Light's journey and explore the psychological effects that shaped his mind. Let's look at the scene at the beginning where Light sits at his desk staring at the death note. His hand shakes as he writes a criminal's name. So here, the TV news confirms that the man has died of a heart attack. At this moment, Light is just a normal student who made a horrifying discovery. At first, he can't believe it, but after testing the death note a second time, something shifts in his mind. He's no longer afraid, he's curious. At this stage, two psychological effects are at play. Here we see the illusion of control. The illusion of control is when a person overestimates their ability to influence events. People tend to believe that they have more power over outcomes than they actually do, even when chance plays a role. Light has always been intelligent, but now with the death note, he believes he controls fate itself. He starts thinking he can shape the world by deciding who lives and dies, even though his actual control is limited to writing names. This belief pushes him to use the notebook more freely. Also, we see moral licensing. It happens when a person does something they see as good and then justifies bad behavior because of it. For example, if someone donates to charity, they might feel justified in lying later. Light starts by killing criminals, convincing himself that he's making the world a better place. Since he believes he's doing good, he doesn't feel guilty about taking lives. Instead of questioning his actions, he feels empowered. This is where the real danger begins. He doesn't see himself as a murderer, he sees himself as a savior. At first, Light was hesitant, but now his hesitation is gone. He no longer questions if what he's doing is right. He knows it's right. In his mind, there is no debate anymore. What we could possibly see here is the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect happens when people with limited knowledge overestimate their understanding of a subject. Those with low experience in an area tend to believe they know more than they actually do. Light is actually a brilliant student, but that doesn't mean that he understands morality or justice completely. However, because he is intelligent, he assumes he knows what is best for the world. He believes his way is the only way, and anyone who disagrees is either foolish or evil. Also, we see narcissism. Narcissism is a personality trait where a person has an inflated sense of self-importance, craves admiration, and lacks empathy. Light starts seeing himself as superior to ordinary people. He thinks he's special, that only he has the ability to reshape the world. His desire to be seen as a hero feeds his God complex, making him believe that anyone who opposes him is an enemy of justice. Here, Light doesn't just want to change the world, he believes he's the only one capable of doing it. Now let's look at another scene where Light meets L. At this point, Light realizes that for the first time he has a real opponent. But instead of feeling threatened, he sees it as a game, he enjoys it. What we could possibly see here is Machiavellianism. Machiavellianism is a personality trait that revolves around manipulation, deception, and using others for personal gain. Light starts lying effortlessly, pretending to be a normal student while secretly plotting against L. He starts manipulating those around him, his friends, his family, and even the police. Every relationship becomes a tool in his strategy. Also, we see the just world hypothesis. The just world hypothesis is the belief that the world is inherently fair and that people get what they deserve. Light believes that because he is justice, he must win. If he loses, it means the world itself is unjust. This belief makes him more ruthless. He cannot afford to fail because in his mind that would mean evil has won. Here, Light no longer sees people as individuals. He sees them as pieces in a game he must win. Now, let's look at the scene where Light kills Naomi Misora. Here, in this scene, Light crossed a terrifying line. Naomi Misora is not a criminal. She has done nothing wrong. But because she's a threat to him, Light kills her without hesitation. Here, what could be possibly seen as cognitive dissonance. It happens when a person's actions conflict with their beliefs, forcing them to justify their behavior. Light started all this by telling himself he was only killing criminals. But now he's murdering innocent people. Instead of stopping, he justifies it. He convinces himself that anyone who threatens him is evil, so he doesn't feel guilty. And also what we could possibly see here is the Lucifer effect. It was studied by psychologist Philip Zimbardo. It explains how ordinary people can become monsters when given power. Light wasn't actually born as a killer, but with power and no consequences, he has lost all empathy. He no longer sees killing as wrong. It's just another step towards his goal. Now from this point onwards for Yagami Light, this is no longer about justice, this is about survival. Now let's look at the last scene where Light is bleeding and desperate and he reaches out for help. But unfortunately for him, no one comes to help. In the end, Yagami Light was not a god, he was just a man who let power consume him. Power didn't just change Light, it revealed who he truly was. So what do you guys think? Could Light have stopped himself or was he always going to be in trouble? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share and subscribe to this channel and I will see you guys in the next one.